Have you ever wondered how your favorite animated movies are made? Welcome to the magical world of animation, a realm where creativity meets technology, breathing life into characters and stories. Animation, at its core, is the craft of creating the illusion of motion and life through a series of still images. It's a little like flipping through a picture book, but at an incredibly fast pace. This art form has been instrumental in storytelling for centuries, evolving with time and technology. From the humble hand-drawn sketches of the past to the sophisticated digital creations of today, animation has transformed the way we tell stories. It's more than just moving pictures. It's about creating characters with depth, designing worlds with imagination, and weaving narratives that captivate audiences of all ages. Animation is a journey of countless hours, meticulous planning, and endless creativity. It is a combination of art and technology, a blend of creativity and technical skills. Every animation begins with a simple sketch. Indeed, the magic of animation is born from the humble beginnings of simple lines and shapes on a piece of paper. Sketching is the foundational bedrock upon which the entire animation edifice stands. It's the first step in making the imaginary real, the unseen seen, and the unreal, well, animated. Imagine sketching as the skeleton of animation, providing structure and form. It's through sketching that the artist's imagination begins to take physical form. Whether it's a swooping dragon, a talking squirrel, or a whole new world, it all starts with a sketch. Now let's dive a bit deeper. Animators start by creating characters and scenes through sketches, breathing life into mere ideas. They design characters, shape landscapes, and envision scenes, all through the power of sketching. It's their way of laying down the first draft of their vision. When animators sketch, they're not just creating static images. They're designing potential movements, expressions, and actions. They're mapping out the character's journey, the scene's progression, the story's development. It's a dynamic process, an evolving dance of lines and shapes that gradually come to life. Think of sketching as a brainstorming session. It's where animators experiment with ideas, toy with concepts, and play around with different designs. It's a playground of creativity, where the sky's the limit, and the paper is the canvas for infinite possibilities. And it's not just about creating visually appealing characters or scenes. It's about capturing emotions, conveying messages, and telling stories. It's about creating a visual language that communicates with the viewers, draws them in, and makes them feel a part of the animated world. So you see, sketching is much more than just drawing. It's an essential part of the animation process, a vital step in creating something truly magical. It's where the journey of animation begins, where the magic starts to unfold. Remember, every great animation starts with a simple pencil and paper. It's a testament to the power of sketching, the first spark that lights the flame of animation. So, grab your pencils, let your imagination run wild, and let's sketch our way into the magical world of animation. After sketching comes the step of storyboarding. Imagine holding the power to visually narrate your animation before it even comes to life. That's precisely what storyboarding allows you to do. It's like a roadmap, guiding the direction, pace, and feel of your animation. Storyboarding is a fascinating process where you create a series of sketches that depict each scene of your animation. It's like creating a comic strip, but instead of amusing punchlines, you're laying out the sequence and flow of your animation. Each panel of the storyboard represents a specific scene or a shot, and it also includes notes about what's happening, the characters involved, and the dialogue if there's any. Think of the storyboard as the architectural blueprint for your animation. It helps you visualize the entire animation in a tangible form. It's a tool that allows you to see the big picture, ensuring that your animation's narrative flows seamlessly from one scene to the next. Storyboarding also allows you to experiment and make changes without having to redraw the entire animation. It's a lot easier to erase a sketch on a storyboard than it is to reanimate an entire scene. So feeling like switching up the order of your scenes? Or perhaps you want to insert a new scene altogether? No problem. With your storyboard, you can make all of these changes without breaking a sweat. In essence, storyboarding is a crucial step in the animation process. providing a clear vision of what your animation will look like. It's not just about drawing pretty pictures. It's about visual storytelling. It's about understanding the rhythm of your narrative and bringing it to life in the most compelling way possible. So remember, a well-crafted storyboard can be the difference between an animation that's engaging and one that falls flat. It's your chance to set the stage for the action, to plan out your animation shot by shot, and to ensure everything flows together perfectly. Storyboarding is like creating a comic strip for your animation. It sets the stage for the action. It's where your sketches start to tell a story, where your ideas begin to dance, and where the magic of animation truly begins. Once the storyboard is ready, it's time for the sketches to go digital. Now, this is where the magic really starts to happen. The journey from paper to pixels is a transformative one, breathing life into our characters and scenes. We begin by scanning our sketches, transforming them into a digital format that we can manipulate with animation software. The process is like opening a digital playground where our imagination gets to run free. Scanning might sound complicated, but it's actually quite simple. All you need is a good quality scanner that can capture the fine details of your sketches. Place your sketch on the scanner, adjust the settings to ensure the best possible quality, and then hit the scan button. Voila! Your sketch is now ready to be played with in the digital realm. Once the sketches are in digital format, it's time to add some color. This is where our animation starts to feel real. The characters and the scenes start to come alive as we add hues and shades. Coloring digitally is similar to traditional coloring, but with more flexibility and precision. We can experiment with different palettes, adjust the intensity of the colors, and even add special effects. With digital coloring, we can easily fix mistakes and try out different color combinations until we find the perfect match. It's like having an infinite number of colored pencils at our disposal. But remember, coloring isn't just about making our animation look pretty. Colors can convey emotions, set the mood, and even tell a story. So choose your colors wisely. As we add color to our sketches, we start to see our storyboard come to life. The characters start to have personalities, the scenes start to have depth, and the story starts to flow. It's an incredibly satisfying part of the process, seeing your ideas take shape in vibrant living color. And just like that, our sketches have made the leap from paper to digital. They've gone from black and white outlines to colorful, dynamic images. This digital transition brings our sketches one step closer to becoming a full-fledged animation. Now that we have our colored sketches, it's time to bring them to life. This is where the magic of animation truly shines, where the still images we've crafted with meticulous care begin to move and tell a story. Welcome to the final step, the animation. If you think back to your childhood, you may remember flipping quickly through a notepad, watching as a stick figure seemed to run, jump, or even fly across the pages. This is the essence of animation, creating an illusion of movement through a series of static images. Each of these images is known as a frame, and when these frames are played back in rapid succession, we perceive movement. The beauty of animation is in its versatility. With traditional hand-drawn animation, each frame is a new drawing, subtly different from the last. This technique, while time-consuming, allows for a great deal of expressivity and complexity. On the other hand, in digital animation, animators can manipulate individual components of an image, moving them across the frame or changing their shape over time. But regardless of the method, the principle remains the same. Animation is a sequence of images, each one a tiny step in a journey. It's like a dance, where each frame is a single move, and the choreography is the animator's vision coming to life. In animation, timing is crucial. The number of frames used per second, also known as the frame rate, dictates the smoothness of the animation. Fewer frames will result in a choppier, more stylized motion, while more frames will create a fluid, lifelike movement. And then, after all the frames have been drawn, colored, and timed perfectly, they're played back, and the magic happens. The characters move, the scenes change, and the story unfolds. It's like watching a world come alive in front of your eyes. And voila! With a series of images, we have our animation ready. The sketches have transformed, and what was once static is now full of life, ready to captivate audiences with its charm and creativity. So, that's a simplified journey of how an animation comes to life. We started with sketching, the first footstep into the world of animation. It's all about letting your imagination run wild and putting pencil to paper to create unique characters and captivating scenes. Then we moved to storyboarding, where we learned the importance of visualizing the storyline. It's like creating a comic strip for your animation, mapping out every scene and dialogue. Next was scanning and coloring, where we transformed our hand-drawn sketches into digital masterpieces. It's here that our characters and scenes truly started to come alive, bursting with vibrant colors and intricate details. Finally, we arrived at the heart of the process: animation. This is where we breathed life into our creations, making them move and interact in a virtual world. Remember, animation is a journey of creativity and technicality, so are you ready to embark on this exciting journey?